Welcome to a very, very special edition, a year in review of the Katzzbros Podcast. I'm George Katz.
And I'm Andy Katz.
And on today's episode, we're going to look back at our 2020 review
Of the year that was, 2020.
the pandemic year.
What a year. You know, I'll be honest. As most of our fans know, we have entered semi-retirement during this, crazy 2020.
Yeah.
But I felt that it was right we had to, release one more episode, kind of an in conclusion year, it didn't feel right to not, give our fans one more episode this year.
Even though it wasn't a full year of podcasting, because, by the state of Illinois and the state of America, I'm obligated to go to education school until
Education school.
Board of Education school.
Just say school, man.
Okay, school, yeah.
We get it. You take AP classes, you're smart, yeah.
I don't think I got one.
Dude, whatever, man.
But yes, so that's my schedule gets hectic, and you being a teacher, teaching the future of America,
Of course.
takes up a lot of your time.
Of course, especially during a pandemic year,
It's an awful time.
I mean, I just hate Zooms.
It's the only way we can get class. You know what the worst thing about Zoom is? There will be the future kids growing up now.
They're never gonna have a snow
They're
day.
never gonna have a snow day,
No.
which kind of bogus.
I mean, I was thinking about it, but it's yeah, we're not gonna have a snow day, but at least you have an extra day of summer vacation, so that's an extra day at the beach, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, 2020, year in review. As our boy Joey Diaz says, pick yourself up, dust off the cobwebs, and keep charging forward.
That's what you gotta do during these trying times. And we could start in January, but January is kind of boring. Everything was normal. I mean, not boring. We did lose Kobe that year.
Yeah, that's wild.
Dude, it's gonna be a year.
Yeah,
a month.
Honestly, low key, ever since Kobe died, this whole year just went downhill.
Was Kobe the glue of the earth?
I think Kobe was the glue of the earth that kept everything together. I mean, if you look at all the events that happened after his death.
You still had the Super Bowl.
Right.
Shakira and Jennifer Lopez literally did a performance that shut down the whole world. That was them signing off 2020.
Oh my god. I almost forgot that happened this year. You almost forget that there was actually positive aspects that happened this year. But yeah, you're right. We had the Super Bowl.
Think about it.
And then, other than that, that was pretty much it. I mean...
Before we go into our year review, since we're on Kobe, did you see the latest thing that came out about him?
That he was going to leave Nike?
That's crazy. He was going to leave Nike, make his own shoe brand, company Mamba.
Yeah.
And what could have been, because he was in contact with, I don't know how to pronounce the guy's name, so I'm not going to even try. But,
I was up till 2 a.m. reading that. That was wild.
Imagine what could have been right now.
I know. I mean, another shoe to add to my collection.
Yeah, you got enough.
Yeah, I mean...
that's a problem with this pandemic. E-commerce,
yeah.
And especially you, man, going shoe shopping
Dude, it's not shoe shopping. It's essential shopping.
Oh.
I mean, I figured I use this time to build up my Jordan collection and anything else. Goat.com.
StockX.
StockX, yes.
For the PS5.
Thank you, Kyle Schwarber, for the PS5.
He's not a club anymore.
You know what? Let's just start with some high notes. So,
Well,
there was a Super Bowl performance, and then that was about it. Then Rudy Gobert just had to touch all the microphones.
how did he not want defensive player? You know our boy Giannis won? Yanni won. Annie won MVP?
Yanni won, not Giannis. Yanni won.
Biology.
People, it's Yanni. It's not Giannis. It's
Biology.
Yanni. Biology. Shout out
Greatest
to
quote.
Biology.
Greatest quote of 2020. One word. They came from Mike Urvis about 2 weeks ago. Or a week ago. Biology.
Let's not get into it.
I'm not getting into it.
That was the greatest opening night of basketball I've ever witnessed.
But
anyway.
Gobert shut down the whole league.
He did.
How does he not win?
And not only did he shut down the whole league, 10 months later he got a max extension.
He is not worth $40 million a year. I am sorry. That's unbelievable. $40 million a year to get COVID and shut down the league. If that was the case, sign me up. I'll take the risk.
I don't know, man. It was just a wild year. I'm literally trying to think of positives that happened, and
the sports did come back.
All right, should we just start from January? So obviously we celebrated the New Year. That was the only positive in January. Then Kobe dies, so that's kind of I don't know, man. That was just such an eerie day. There's something, I don't know. It just.
But on that day, I just did return. That's positive.
That's true, yeah.
It's another
So
positive.
even though Kobe did die on that day, Edge did return for the 2020 Royal Rumble. So I mean, I guess that's somewhat, easy the pain.
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
Then February you just had the Super Bowl and the greatest halftime show we will ever see.
Pretty
But-
much. And then March hit, and of
Cause
course,
and effect, man. You want to get the greatest halftime show? This is what happened. The
is that what they
pandemic.
teach you in econ? Input output.
Yeah, something. I don't know.
So, you passed that class, right? Okay, good. And then March happened. Oh my! I never thought I'd have a 2-week spring break from work, but leave it to go there.
More like 4 months.
Dude, that was hard.
However bad it was.
That was hard. Yeah, that was bad. Like,
That was brutal. I mean, we didn't know anything going on. Like
I mean, I'm pretty sure if you didn't pass school during that time, like I pray for you.
during this time too.
I mean, no, this time there's more standard procedures going around of like how to actually like go about it. But that wasn't even teaching from March till like June. That was just like
get me to
emergency.
the end.
Yeah, that was just the emergency planning.
Yeah.
Like,
Get me to the end.
please, I hope my internet doesn't crash. Like
Just
while
get me
we
to the
Zoom.
end.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But yeah, I don't know. So then March hits. So obviously COVID hits, and then went on lockdown pretty much till the summertime. And summertime, things slowly started to reopen with like outdoor dining, so that was kind of fun.
Some sports.
Some,
baseball,
yeah.
We were allowed to play baseball.
But again, what was the first? Speaking of sports, so yeah, I'm glad you were able to get your baseball league in, even though we had some some COVID scares, both in the summertime and the fall. But I'm glad you were able to get your baseball season in, especially your last year plan.
I got a year left.
Oh yeah,
for
that's
summer.
true. Yeah, I forgot about that. But what was I going with this? Oh yeah, so then obviously we got to give a shout out to Dana White being the first sport to come back.
That's my boy
Uncle Dana
called it.
Go check out his Instagram story today. That was hilarious. Where he's like what do you say? He's like something about 2020.
I don't know. He's
just
off
on a,
to-
he's on a yacht somewhere.
Yeah, he put. I think it was a post. It wasn't a story, or maybe it was. I sent it to you,
Oh,
but
yeah.
he started off strong in 2020, raking in that dough because
He had Connor Cowboy in the January pay-per-view, so he's probably like, nothing could go wrong. That's I think the highest grossing pay-per-view
it was
of the
in
year.
2020.
Not a surprise, obviously. Yeah, so then sports came back. Obviously, Dana was the first to come back, and then
He put on some banger of fights with no crowds.
He did. You got to give him credit for that.
Like,
I mean, where do you want to start? Do you want to start with the May card with who was it? Cejudo and
That was May.
I think so. Oh no, it was Cejudo and Cruz, and then
Ferguson,
Gaethje, and that was May.
Gaethje, everybody thought he was gonna be a rising star. Then he got the Khabib fight, and
And then you got
they got mauled by a grizzly bear. Khabib retired. Like, dude, Khabib
like
is he
I forget.
retired?
That's what I'm saying. Like I forget that like Khabib even retired in October.
But he just came out and he's like the winner of Dustin versus Conor.
gets my belt.
Like, is he saying gets his belt like we're gonna fight, or like just gets his belt? Like,
Yeah, like
there's a lot of.
it was interesting.
I mean, he's gonna get nice pay because Dana wasn't gonna allow him. You don't. It's just eerie. I mean, he's undefeated, but I think his goal before his dad died was 30.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. Because was he now? He's 29 now.
He's 29, sitting on retirement.
I mean, yeah, he's again. That guy's got nothing to prove. I know Cormier came out and he said if he's gonna come out and fight one more person, it's got to be GSP. So I don't know.
Who's gonna draw you the most money? It's gonna be Conor.
I know.
As
but
Dana said, ideal if Conor wins January.
poor Dustin. I know it's a business. What are you gonna do? I don't know. We'll see what
No
happens.
disrespect to Dustin.
No, I mean,
When's my boy Dylan Dennis gonna fight? He's recovering that knee, baby. He said June. He's targeting June. June boxing for Jake Paul.
I don't even want to give him any attention. I don't. I just don't.
I
They're not even worth my time. They're just a disgrace to the promotion of boxing.
I mean, that's what boxing's come to.
Unfortunately, I know it's just a disgrace. So for all
I
you
mean, they have
pure-
Canelo and Triple G just fought on the same week, which is weird. Number one.
Oh, they
I didn't
did
even
a
know they were
terrible. They
fighting.
did a terrible job
Both
promoting that.
man, Triller.
I didn't even know they were fighting until like I saw a YouTube ad by accident.
Yeah.
Like, it was terrible promoting.
So Dana's always the number one promoter, hands down.
Oh, for sure.
There's no questions asked.
No. But yeah, that's where the UFC is. We'll see what happens in January. How ironic, Conor's kicking off both 2020 and 2021 with bangers.
I think it's going to be like a nice full fight.
I mean, that's what
season for
2020
Conor.
was supposed to be for Conor, but then obviously like the pandemic
Yeah.
hit and
I mean, he's not going to fight with no crowd,
No,
not to
you
generate
can't.
money. But now it's not. People say he does it for the money, but I don't know. I think this Conor,
like yes and no, like
he found his passion back, which I wouldn't be surprised if he won a belt again.
No,
I really wouldn't.
I think he's focused.
Dude, he is looking big. I just hope the weight cut is easy, smooth. He is looking big.
I think he's focused.
He's looking scary.
He looks like a freaking gorilla.
But I was listening to his coach, John Kavanaugh, one of the greatest coaches out there, and he did an interview for the Dustin fight right now with BT Sports, and he was saying like Conor's hitting goal marks instead of like fluctuating, like he'll cut then put it on. He's just hitting goal marks. Like he's already started the weight cut. He's hitting all the goal marks, so he's not going to be fluctuating this year for his fight seasons.
No, that's good.
Which is smart because he is looking big boy, big Conor.
No, that's good. Yeah, so we'll see what the future holds for the UFC. I'm really excited for January, obviously. Having Conor on that card.
Confirmed Chandler. They got Michael Chandler versus.
I forgot about that.
Who's he fighting? What did they say? It was Chandler Gaethje. Is it Chandler Gaethje?
I thought that was a rumor, but I'm not sure.
On the undercard of Conor and Dustin?
That'd be nice.
Nice.
It
would be. Chandler does need a fight. He signed with the UFC, one of the biggest signings of Bellator. But then Bellator got Yoel and Rumble Johnson. But like, Yoel's like what, 43?
Yeah,
he's up there.
Anthony Pettis went to PFL.
I thought he was gonna go to Bellator.
Same.
But PFL got some nice signings here and there.
Where'd your girl PVZ go?
She got a knuckle.
Oh yeah, bare knuckle fighting. No,
I think bare knuckle.
Bare knuckle. I don't know.
I don't know. You think Dana cares?
No. Sorry. I mean, yeah.
Everybody knows.
Dude, I'm really sad they cut our girl Rachel Ostovich, but you know.
Same with her. Everybody knows where her money, their money is going to be made. It's not going to be from the fight business.
I can either confirm or deny these allegations.
It's not allegations. It's common sense.
I know.
If you have two working.
All I'm going to say is.
We wish them the best, but like.
It's not even that. Those two, their faces are too pretty to be punched in. That's all I'm gonna say. Like it's just a disgrace watching their faces getting punched in. It's terrible.
4 years ago yesterday was Ronda's last walk of the octagon.
Oh, and she got mauled by Amanda Nunes.
Obliterated, destroyed.
Yeah. And then she went to WWE. And then got pinned by Becky at WrestleMania.
She did. Charlotte didn't take the pin off. She's a Flair. Come on now. Flair's not gonna take a pin.
Flair's not gonna take a pin. Especially
even when she came make a TLC with Asuka
with
the
pin
belt.
For that? Was that Shayna? I don't remember. But anyway.
But she thinks she's gonna lose her. Come back. No, we're gonna strap her. Put the belt on her.
Yeah, so that's the UFC. What do you want to move on to next?
We need to come back.
Do you want to go to the MLB?
Get there later.
It's been a rough few days for Cubs fans.
I want to segue back to us first before we get into the other 3 major sports about how we came. Like, when you're in quarantine and during like the beginning, the height of the pandemic, and people are always saying, "Go challenge yourself, go get a new hobby," and we did this. And like we were rocking and rolling once we figured out like every new episode I felt like we improved and we just got better and better.
For sure.
And then like I feel like some in-house cleaning was done and I feel like we're about to just take off and then it was just too little too late because we all had to go back to school and for everybody that works.
Yeah.
And the keeping in the family, everybody we have to work for school. It just became too hard, which sucked because I feel like
I know we were just hitting our stride.
We just cleaned some house and we just felt
liberating.
We
the exalted one.
God rest his soul. Rest in peace. John Hubbard, Brody Lee, Luke Harper. God bless.
Big rig. We'll get to that later too.
But I really do feel like we were gonna soar, but it was just too little, too late. You can't really control that, and it's like within that, like we always want to. It's just the timing was just never there.
Yeah, and like everything, like the equipment at the time came late. Like our upgrades came late.
I mean, yeah. Look, I think it's probably our first episode in the new studio we got.
Oh yeah, we got
like even when we were like
scraping by. Yeah, we were scraping
by, but like
sure.
Once we like couldn't produce, like we always wanted to keep going, and like we always thought like we would eventually come back to this. We just don't know when.
Yeah.
And the only thing for sure about us was nothing was for sure when it came to the podcast.
I mean, should we peel back the curtain a little bit? I mean, we did have an August episode we wanted to drop, but with like the equipment and all that,
everything,
like there was no point. Like by the time we were gonna release it, like that news was like so out of date.
It was out of date, yeah. And we don't want to be out of date. We don't want to be something that like people don't want.
We just don't want to be recycled.
Yeah.
You know.
But within that, we got new lighting.
Yeah. We changed the background color. Yeah. Honestly, I'm kind of digging the blue. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like I know the other color kind of went. You know, it was similar to like our brands.
But like with the lighting,
color,
this is nice.
Yeah. So I'm glad we were able to shoot. You know, at least one more episode of 2020.
Because I feel like we need to do this one just
for sure.
Culminate what live.
How far we've come. I mean, if you go back and you look at like our first ever episode till now, like talk about night and day, like. Yeah. But that's just what.
That's what you learn.
That's what you have to do. Yeah. If you're not improving, like
what are you really
doing? Yeah. Like, you know. So it's kind of cool. Like that. And like again, like I save all our episodes on on our drive and. And sometimes when I get bored, like when I'm uploading this, when I look back and look at old episodes and think like how far we've come. So
it was just, yeah, it's just an improvement. Like just coming when we first started, we didn't know what to expect.
No,
like we knew how to do it, what to do. We felt good about it. Like if we didn't feel comfortable, we wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, like we were comfortable in like us, like co-hosting a show, but like all the little things, like the lighting, the camera angles, the visual effects.
We want that to all look good.
Yeah, our intros, or our ending credits, like all that stuff. So, but it takes a team. So, like I said, like, if it wasn't for the Katzzbros family team, we wouldn't be where we're at. So,
even when we cleaned house, it was the best business executive decision personally we both made. I just initiated a little bit longer. I mean, I could have made it a little bit sooner. I take full responsibility because I feel like the product would have just went on a skyrocket if I did. But being the younger brother,
a time-honored tradition.
It's not my place. It wasn't my place.
It's all right.
Even with the others, I think everybody was in agreement. But us being the young ones, we didn't want to step on anybody's toes and show any disrespect. But the decision was finally made, and we just were off and running, and then...
We pulled the Dave Bautista from 2005. We thought he was going to ride, he told Hunter, yup, and then he go, nope.
I mean...
So, yeah.
Like I said, I just wish we had more time after we made that executive decision, because I think we would have been, boom, just keep rolling.
For sure. Rolling. But it was hard, too, because, like, sports were coming back at, like, such random times.
Yeah.
We almost kind of run out of material, so hopefully now... Give it one more year. Hopefully, the sporting cycle will go back to like its normal, routine.
Like, you got that. You got I was busy. You were busy. It was just our schedules were just too hectic.
Yeah, and like I said,
we would sit down and be like,
"What do you want to do today?" Like we'd almost like plan to be like, "When do you want to shoot today?" And be like we literally try to map out the week. And, like, Monday I had something. Tuesday he had something. Wednesday you're tired because it's the middle of the week. And then Thursday, Friday, you're just get me to the weekend.
And we didn't want to come back and do episodes where we were just burnt out.
Yeah, and just talking about random stuff.
And just kept going and just burnt out just to put content out there, just to keep it going. That's why, we've been quiet on all of our pages. But
it was nice to kind of hit a little reset.
We would have burned ourselves out. We don't want this to be a parody of itself of why we actually started this. It's to entertain.
Keeps the people going.
Yeah, and...
Well said. Moving on. So we talked about the UFC. What do you want to talk about next? The NBA or the MLB? Do you want to just get
I'm sure going to the NFL first.
Oh, the NFL, okay.
How about them Bears?
Oh, my God.
Maserati Mitch Trubisky should be in the MVP discussion.
Oh, God, here we go.
Just look at the numbers. If he was not benched, I mean, the greatest thing that might have happened to him was getting benched for old man Nick Foles. I can't get out of the pocket. I got bad knees. No mobility. You look at his numbers. Where he's gotten the Bears. We're in a playoff position where if we win at Soldier Field against...
Man, we win and we're in.
Against... Personally, for me, I'm going to call it just like the Pat McAfee show because I am a big advocate of this man. Very dear to my heart. Number 12, our arch nemesis, but I respect the hell out of him. He's one of the best football players to watch. Should be 3-time NFL Honors MVP coming up in February.
I mean, just crown him already.
Aaron Rodgers. That's going to be a big game for Mitch. I think we have a chance, but I think we
need some help. Definitely.
We're going to need the Rams and the backup quarterback to beat the Arizona Cardinals and the one-legged Kyler Murray.
Didn't they sign... Who did they sign off the Broncos practice squad as their quarterback?
Who?
The Rams.
I didn't see. I know they got...
Didn't they?
I know they got their quarterback beat that Bronco wide receiver that was quarterback when they didn't have any quarterbacks.
Oh, yeah.
So, he beat him out at Wake Forest? Yeah, Wake Forest. So, he's going to be starting. But They just need to look at what San Francisco did last week. Just run the ball 40 times. They have a good run game. The defense, I feel, will hold up against Kyler and the boys. And I'm sorry, everybody that's saying DeAndre Hopkins is the best receiver. That's enough. The Hail Murray is gone. He got clamped by Jason Verrett. Not even a top 10 cornerback in the league. That's done. Jason Verrett is DeAndre Hopkins is dead. DeAndre Hopkins has gone missing in some games. That's enough. And the DK Metcalf top 5, that's enough. He's not the next Megatron. There will never be a next Megatron. That's enough. That's all I'm going to say there. But to get back on my main topic,
Money Mitch.
Maserati Mitch should be in MVP discussion.
Here's my question. If he wins you a playoff game,
are you satisfied? They already bought themselves another year being in the playoff hunt. Like, that's just official.
Being the playoff ones or making the playoffs? I don't know.
They bought themselves another year. It doesn't matter. They're going to end 500 or above 500. Whatever happens Sunday, and they might be in the playoffs.
But that's the problem, though. Like, we settle for mediocrity. Like, are we satisfied?
Well, look how the offense has been with Maserati, bitch. With Bill Lazor.
How do you pronounce it? Laser?
Laser,
like Scherzer.
Oh. But, Maserati Mitch, if he wins Sunday, will be 7-2 as the starter this year.
Who were his 2 losses? I forgot.
Green Bay, and then Detroit.
Oh, yeah. That was a terrible game.
We should have won the Detroit
game. That was terrible.
Defense is coming. If you get hot in the playoffs, you'll get hot. Now, do I expect him to go to the Super Bowl? No, but as a fan, yeah, you're gonna root for him.
Yeah, as a fan.
But if Rodgers, if Rodgers clinches the 1 seed, and everybody has to go through Lambeau,
oh, they're screwed.
No one's beating Rodgers. The Titans had their kind of if not the best running back in the game, top 3, just pure running back. They contained them, and that was the biggest question. Their run game, the Packers' defense, they contained Derrick Henry, the rushing leader beast. Yeah. In Lambeau, in the snow, and Rodgers was making it look easy out there with Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams, best wide receiver in my opinion in the game. He might be on my fantasy team, might be a little biased, but it doesn't matter. If the road goes through Lambeau,
the road to the Super Bowl goes through Lambeau?
It's over. So that's why the Bears have to win. Best case scenario if you're a Bears fan. We beat Green Bay on Sunday, and Arizona wins. That knocks the Rams out. We would be the 6th seed. New Orleans wins. I think they're the 1 seed now. And we would play Seattle, who's the 3 seed. We play them, and then...
And there's no 12th man this year, just saying.
You think I'm scared when everybody was like, Russell Wilson does this every year, but he's like, let Russ cook MVP. Yeah, he falls off a cliff every year. That's why he'll never win an MVP. We'll beat Seattle, then we'll go to New Orleans where the Saints come marching and we're going to beat them.
That was clever, actually. That was good.
We're going to beat them. And then we'll play Green Bay. That's the best case scenario.
Then we'll play Green Bay, do the time on our tradition, bend the knee.
Bend the knee in Lambeau, yeah. Like usual, he's our daddy.
Yeah. And then
until he leaves Green Bay and comes plays for us and pulls a Favre, then we'll win a Super Bowl. Hopefully that's soon, because my God. Like, if Aaron Rodgers doesn't win MVP, that is a disgrace. You could tell me Josh Allen has the better stats than him and Mahomes. And Mahomes has the most interceptions dropped by the league. 100% he does. That's a stat, which is 16. Because he just chucks the ball. He doesn't care. If you pick him, you pick him. And if you don't, you don't. But Rodgers masks all the insecurities in Green Bay. He has one true wide receiver in Devontae Adams. Yeah, he makes Alan Lizard Lazard look good. He makes Marquez Valdez-Scantling look good. And people want to be like, oh, he has weapons. No. You put Jordan Love or their backup Tim Boyle in at quarterback, and Rodgers goes down right now with a knee injury. Oh, sorry, Green Bay fans. They're not making it anywhere.
He makes Matt LaFleur.
Yeah, Matt LaFleur.
LaFleur.
That's the easiest job in the NFL, to be the Packers head coach.
I mean, I can do what LaFleur's doing. I just show Rodgers the clipboard. I tell him pick 5 plays. He audibles the line.
There was a stat, I think it was the Jets, have more 500 above team wins than the Packers.
The Jets 2 and everything?
Or maybe it was the Browns.
Oh, maybe the Browns, yeah.
One of those, another team.
How would you feel if LaFleur wins Coach of the Year?
There's no way he wins Coach of the Year. Coach of the Year should usually go to Stefanski up in Cleveland.
I agree, yeah, Stefanski.
Or Miami's.
Mm-hmm.
Fitzmagic got COVID. That's breaking news today. Fitzmagic unavailable. So Tua, if you crap the bed this Sunday and you don't make it to the playoffs, that's on you because Fitzmagic can't bail you out like he did in Vegas.
So I'll go. Yeah, Stefanski, the Miami coach, and
There's a.
who am I missing? Who won it last year?
I don't remember.
Did you go with the Bruce Arians?
They're a mess. They're a mess in Tampa, Tom, dude. I don't care.
Who do you think has a bigger mess? The
Not
Patriots?
a mess. I mean,
The Patriots are. The Patriots might suck for the next 10 years. Actually, like this.
What do you mean? They have the most cap going in free agency. They had 8 players opt out before the season too. They had the most opt outs in the season.
Yeah, I forgot about
People slip out of the past. Yeah, okay, they need a quarterback. Cam's not going to get it done. Fine.
Do you think Garoppolo comes back? Do you think he?
I think they should trade for Stafford. They should Matty Ice or Stafford and
I think Matty
the
Ice,
Niners.
I think Matty Ice goes to the Niners. Stafford, if he could, he might. That's the thing with Detroit. Like they're just so mediocre. Like they can't even position themselves to draft for like the QB of the future.
I think they can this year.
Can they?
I think.
Or
I'm pretty sure. Well, the number 1 overall pick, baby, goes to my boy Shad Khan.
My boy Shad Khan.
Everything's going right in the Khan family. Come on now.
Khan.
Number 1 pick, T-Law. That's set. Like they can hand in their ballot right now to Roger Goodell and tell keep this safe till the draft. Like, don't even ask me questions why. And
the Jets can't even tank right. That's terrible.
I know. Like they had it, and then they fumbled the bag. But I think there's a good conspiracy theory out there.
Oh,
Bill Belichick played the Rams.
Yeah.
On a Thursday night game in LA. And the following week, the Jets came in.
Oh, yeah. And he told your boy...
He went to McVay, left him a little note.
McVay or...
Oh, no, Gase, not
Gase,
McVay. Sorry,
Gase.
Gase. He told Gase, listen, you're getting fired regardless.
That's true. He's not going to be there for the rebuild.
And I feel Bill Belichick gave him the game plan how to beat the Rams.
I mean, like, no offense, but, like, if you're Adam Gase, why would you want to help this team that's going to give you the pink slip come pink slip Monday?
Yeah, literally Monday.
Like, and then I won't be surprised if Gase goes on Belichick's staff if...
No.
You don't think? What if, what's his name leaves?
McDaniels?
Yeah. He got cold feet. Remember which job did he accept? It was a Colts job.
I think Rivers said he's going to retire if they don't make the playoffs on Sunday. So they're going to
he's got that high school coaching job that's waiting for him.
They're going to need a QB, which is interesting. I don't know what the Colts are going to do.
Does our boy Andrew Luck come out of retirement?
No, you know who they've been linked to?
No, who?
Carson Wentz.
Yikes.
I mean, their line's good. Like, Philly's a mess, too. I mean, Jalen Hurts is good.
They have a bright spot.
Jalen Hurts is good just because he's more mobile than Wentz. That's why he can't, like, when the line doesn't hold up. I mean, they're not awful. Like, the NFC East is a mess. The Dallas Cowboys could get in on Sunday. If they win,
the Red Rocket, Andy Dalton.
He's playing. If the Cowboys win against the Giants and the football team loses,
so bad.
Football team loses to Jalen Hurts, which in Philadelphia, which I think is very possible.
Yeah, well, they're out of the playoffs anyway, so
yeah, Philly doesn't. Yeah, but they've Jim Schwartz, defensive coordinator, former Lions coach, said it's not going to be hats Sunday when you get the hats if you win the division. So they're going all out. The Cowboys take care of business. I mean, it doesn't matter. They're losing. Whoever the winner of the NFC East is losing to Tampa, Tom.
No, obviously. What's the problem with Tampa, Tom? What's going on in Tampa? There's some friction between him and Brucey Poo.
With Arians' system, all first-year quarterbacks struggle. Because there's so many things you have to read in the defense and all this. And Tom is 42. He's been playing 20 years.
Under the same Belichick system, pretty much.
So he's chilling. He knows it. They should have... That's what I was trying to... Like, earlier in the year... They need to implement Gronk more and just let Brady use a lot more of his Patriot
offense, yeah.
Not offense, audibles. Because they have the talent. They'll pick up on it.
No, for sure.
And I'm not saying totally abandoning Arians' scheme, but the audibles let Brady just...
I mean, if Brady wasn't 42, like, you're asking an established veteran to change up his winning ways, essentially.
Yeah. But they're hot right now. They're clicking, so they could be a scary team, but I still think...
Poor Belichick, man.
What do you mean, poor Belichick?
Belichick himself.
He wanted Garoppolo.
Yeah, I know.
Robert Kraft was just getting some nice massage and he said, no, we're changing the
I forgot about that. Did that happen in 2020 or 2019?
2019.
Oh. Because I was going to say, that's a perfect storyline for 2020.
And,
but, yeah, I don't know. I mean, Robert Kraft wanted Tampa Tom.
Because that's his, it's his boy.
I don't know. I mean, yeah. We'll see what happens. Why are you choking? Okay.
And,
why is Jimmy going to leave the 49ers? I mean, I know he's got...
They'll trade him. He can't leave. They gave him that massive contract.
What does he have this year? What's his injury? I forgot.
they all have bad ankles in San Francisco. Bad ankles, torn ACLs. They're just a mess too. Once they'll be healthy, they'll be right in the thick of things in the NFC West.
No, it's just crazy because like a year ago they were in the Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying. You look and you like if they sit themselves down, which what's it? John Lynch. Their GM, sits down and goes, "Look what I got with Jimmy G as my quarterback to the Super Bowl. Now give me a Stafford or Matt Ryan who could actually like throw a ball with a little bit more accuracy and stuff."
Yeah.
Like, I think Stafford's so perfect for them.
No, for sure. I mean,
did you see his no-look pass? Why wasn't that all over?
Okay, so I was speaking about the no-look passes. Remember when McAfee was with Rodgers, and he was like, and McAfee was like, "Oh,
the greatest thing to do on your Tuesdays, it's 2:05 Eastern time, 1:05 Central time, every Tuesday. Aaron Rodgers, Pat McAfee.
Aaron Rodgers
can't miss quality. That's quality right there."
Well, speaking about that, remember when McAfee was like, "Oh, I got to give it to my boy Mahomes for the no-look passes," and then Rodgers like, "Yeah, there's a guy in Detroit that's been doing that for years, but like no one's really said anything."
Yeah, because they're not the face. Like when I go to SportsCenter right now,
fit the agenda.
Yeah, when I go to SportsCenter last night or this morning, it was all LaMelo Ball.
What?
So he finally had a good game. Oh my Jesus!
Slurping.
And like 22, some assists.
So yeah, let's see what happens. I mean,
Mahomes will probably the Chiefs are probably gonna come out of the AFC. I wouldn't be mad with seeing my two fantasy quarterbacks, Rodgers and Mahomes, sling it in a Super Bowl.
Oh, that's a fairy tale for you.
Oh yeah. The only thing with the Chiefs is I feel like the Bills can beat them. Josh Allen does have a rocket arm.
Come on, man, it's Bills Mafia.
But they couldn't stop the Chiefs' run game. The Chiefs' run game is non-existent either, so that was embarrassing in Buffalo when they played this year.
The past couple weeks too, they've been like non-existent. I feel.
Who?
What was the one game? Was it when you needed Rodgers to show up, or when you needed Mahomes to show up for fantasy?
Oh my God, damn! This past Sunday, it was playing the goddamn Falcons. The Falcons. They're not playing for anything,
dude. Did you see Julio Jones might be on the trading block?
The whole thing is a rebuild. That's a joke too, because you should at least give your young quarterback a stud receiver like that to make him look good. I mean, Ridley's good, but like that's one target.
I'm curious where Atlanta's gonna go. I mean, that's the end of an era. Let's be real. They haven't been. I
don't know where Julio's gonna go. If Julio gets traded to the Patriots,
what if Julio gets traded to the Packers?
They should have done that. I don't care. They should have. They're not because their ownership is future. When they could have traded for Will Fuller, but he would have been a rental.
So
it's like
how many good rentals produce for a team, and then
It's not like baseball where there's like so many rentals in football because you give up prospects.
Yeah.
You give up.
That's the thing. Like instead of surrounding,
I
feel like it's gonna be Brett Favre all over again.
Oh, 100%
is.
I don't see Rodgers finishing his career there.
No, it's funny because like we always joke like, how did Green Bay go from like Favre to Rodgers when like storyline wise they're literally gonna do the same thing.
Yeah, but Jordan Love's not gonna be.
No.
I mean, he might be good because he has the big arm potential like Mahomes.
But you're never gonna see. I don't. Think
with that scheme though, the scheme is not bad. But
answer me this: are you ever gonna see like a Favre Rodgers like? Are you ever gonna see that again back to back? Probably not. Actually, I know you're gonna say whoever's Maserati Mitch's successor for sure. No, dude.
I mean, this would be the scenario: Rodgers to Love. I'm trying to think right now. Backup quarterback.
You can't like
Dwayne Haskins.
He got released. He'll be having fun at the.
With my boy James Harden. You just try. He saw Harden ball out when he does that. So he's like, yo, I'm gonna be like James Harden. I'm gonna try and do it, but I suck. I have no talent. Ohio State quarterbacks suck. Dwayne Haskins, JT Barrett, so many others. We'll see what Justin Fields is now. I mean, he'll probably get spanked tomorrow night by my boy T-Law and Clemson.
Yeah, strong possibility.
Strong possibilities. I mean,
I'm a glass half full kind of guy.
Okay? I mean, Notre Dame in it always. They're just a good Bendenita, Mac Jones, and Nick Saban in Alabama. That's I think it's like I think like Alabama's like 19.5 favorites now.
Oh, nice.
I mean, no disrespect to Notre Dame fans, but like, come on.
Let me lock in my bet here.
Let's see.
Nice.
But
nice.
But like Notre Dame, like the reason you beat Clemson's T-Law, they had COVID. And their backup quarterback still like went off. And then when T-Law came back, when they went like 34-7, Jesus Matsui, thank you, folk.
Nice. All right. So yeah. In conclusion,
Big Aaron Rodgers fan and Maserati Mitch fan right here. Big Aaron Rodgers fan.
All right. What's next? You want to go to MLB or the NBA? Should we do we'll say the MLB for last. We'll
No,
go to the
I
NBA.
want to say no, because the NBA is more interesting. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off the MLB. This time it's not a Rob Manfred problem.
It's a Cubs front office problem.
So Theo left.
Yeah.
Since we've been off, Theo Epstein, president of baseball operations, left. Jed Hoyer
His successor succeeded him.
and now there's rumors they're not going to hire a GM this season because Ricketts doesn't want to give up money. Yeah, they'll give you star winner time, man. So
and Creo.
with that being said, with the money and the whole situation, they let Schwarber walk, and then
Blockbuster trade.
What's today? Thursday? So Tuesday? Was it Prellerpalooza on Tuesday or Monday? Monday. No, it was
Monday was Prellerpalooza.
Monday was National
Prellerpalooza.
AJ Prellerpalooza. Now I'm gonna give you a little backstory on AJ Preller.
All right, you can do that. I'm gonna do some investigating.
Okay. He is the GM, maybe pretty sure the GM of the San Diego Padres, and this man, last trade deadline, he got Mike Clevenger from the Cleveland Indians for pretty much a bag of chips.
Expired bag of chips.
No. Expired bag of chips.
Oh,
that deal will always go with Mookie Betts in the Dodgers.
I agree.
It's ironic how only Los Angeles teams can win during a pandemic. They choke in front of fans.
Kershaw.
Yeah, Kershaw finally played like a beast. Actually, there were fans in the CS and the World Series, but limited. That's besides the point. AJ Preller went on Prellerpalooza again, and he trades for Blake Snell. The Rays got two catchers, Luis Patino, and another I think a middle relief pitcher prospect. If that wasn't bad enough, I think
Padres.
not even a full day.
Padres uniform. That's a stacked lineup. I'm just saying.
They already have Tatis, Machado, Hosmer. The hitting was there. The thing was pitching.
Yeah. So could they go out and get?
Not even a full day. Not even 24 hours. I mean, 24 hours is announced, but the deal.
So they go and.
They go to.
Wait, hold on. They go to Tampa Bay and go, listen, I understand there's some hostility between the manager and the ace pitcher.
Come on, you're gonna tell me. I don't know what Tampa's doing.
Let me ask
they
you
signed him to a cheap contract
I know.
too. So it's not even like San Diego's taking a big portion of the contract. Like it's cheap. And
Let
they're the
me-
West Coast.
Let me ask you a serious question. When you saw that happen in the World Series, did you know Blake was gone after that?
Yeah, I knew he was gone.
Yeah.
You can't do that, dude. What are they down 3-1?
You can't do that to your ace.
I mean, Glass now. Yeah. No, Snell's your ace. You could say Glass. Had a good
No,
year.
Glasnow was kind of.
He shouldn't have let him play off.
No, especially in the World Series, but.
Dude, because he just throws fastballs.
Yeah, I mean,
They're just
anybody
insane.
can time a fastball.
But 99, 100, like that just made him dirty. Then he had a good,
No, I know.
good curve. I mean,
Whatever. I mean,
but he
once-
ran into the Dodgers, who like that's their thing though.
Yeah.
So AJ Preller calls up the Chicago Cubs and Jed Hoyer and asks for, and he goes, listen, finish second in Cy Young and asks for you, Darvish.
Not only did he ask for you, Darvish, he had the audacity to ask Jed and Hoyer to choose some of the money. Like that's.
Not Theo and Jed, just Jed.
Oh yeah, just Jed. Sorry.
And
Yeah.
they got Caratini. Idiot didn't even realize he got traded with you. Idiot.
You too.
I mean, what the
That's
Cubs did,
what it
they
is.
found out. The trade found out from Twitter. Apparently,
That's
Cubs
what's even
bad.
more embarrassing. I'm gonna see if I can find the thing.
But Cubs got in return the 11th, 13th, 15th, 18th prospects and Zach Davies. Like they can flip Zach Davies, I don't care. Even though we have no one in our rotation, I still don't care.
I mean,
Now, when you look at it, people are going to slam it because of how Darvish pitched for the past year and a half, that we should have gotten a top 3 prospect. That's the best part. They kept their top 2 prospects out of both deals. Mackenzie Gore and
that's impressive.
C.J. Abrams, shortstop and pitcher. But if I feel bad for Mackenzie Gore because he was ready to go this year, then they had Snell and Darvish now. That's a bummer for him. That sucks.
And
He probably wishes he got traded, to be honest.
And Clevenger's out too.
But Clevenger's on the rotation, so it's like Danielson, Lamont, Clevenger, Snell, Darvish now, and Paddock.
Okay.
As Cubs fans, you can sit here and you can whine and you can complain about not getting a top 5 prospect back. But I'm gonna flip it here. And at first, I was very against this trade. I was very pissed off, like majority of the Cubs fans.
Oh, you were livid. I remember. You're like, no more news. That can only take so much for a day.
But when you look at how young these prospects are,
I mean, we got the best high school team out there.
they're like they're like my age. They're 17,
They pretty
18,
much are, yeah,
19, and
wow.
20, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Even though they weren't top 5, we needed to refresh our farm system after we depleted it for Chapman and
Yeah, that was
others.
pretty bad, yeah. Whatever, man.
They won us a ring, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm not even mad.
You can't, like... Now, if we didn't win a ring,
Yeah.
if we didn't win a ring, that'd be different, but...
But we won a ring, whatever.
Yeah.
I was saying they're young.
Yeah, they're all like
We can develop them, and they're going to be good. They have very good potentials, very high potential.
Yeah, just because it wasn't like a top prospect in their farm system. Like, what was the thing? Like, you got to look at the overall.
Yeah, like
it
they're
may
going to be top in ours.
Yeah.
And
again, like you said, because
when you look at Darvish, he's 34.
Yeah, and hold on before we get to Darvish, and because like you said, because they were not top 10 or top 5 in the Padres system.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. Like that. I think that farm system may have been deeper than what we had like 4 or 5, 6 years ago.
Oh, 100% is.
You know what I mean? So we gotta also take that in consideration. That being said, Darvish is, like you were saying, 34, coming off of
Massive 6-year deal he got with the Cubs.
right, and coming off being second in Cy Young. So let's be real, his stock is all time high right now.
People are gonna compare and look at it and be like, "Well, look what the Astros got when they traded Verlander." Or no, what Detroit got? Yeah, what Detroit got for Verlander when he was 34. But Verlander was consistently a stud.
Nothing against you, it's just Verlander's Verlander. So it's like apples and oranges, in a way.
Darvish was good in Texas, rocked in big moments with LA, missed the whole season.
But we know what happened
with
in LA.
elbows.
But we also know what happened in LA.
The Houston bats just hit.
Yeah, they hit all right.
After they almost beat the Rays. Were they cheating them too?
No, this was the year they were cheating when they were banging the trash can.
Okay, but I'm saying this year they almost beat the Rays. Or people are gonna say they cheated too. Everybody signed steals.
Right.
They were just dumb enough to make it so obvious.
Right. And the thing is with you though, like I feel like he always had confidence issues. This is just like easy to hang your hat on.
Okay, well it doesn't matter. He was up and down in Texas too. Then he got the trade. He was up and down.
Right, but did you notice once it came out that he did cheat? Isn't it a coincidence that this year he had one of his best years? Because like
past year and a half. Yeah. Okay.
It wasn't me. It was.
But that's not my point. My point is he already had those problems.
No,
and Verlander was stone cold. Just.
No, you can't compare. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's why they got a third and a 6th or 9th prospect.
Yeah, and that's.
And they only got 2 because
when he was supposed to be a rental, wasn't he? But then they started like signing like 1 years.
When you look at prospects, if you get 1 top 3, you're not gonna get a Hall 4 back. You're gonna get 1 more back.
If you're lucky.
So what the Cubs did was we're gonna refarm our whole system by getting 4 mid-level, and they're not even bad mid-level.
No, it's just people.
Which people have to understand.
People don't know anything people don't know what a mid-level is. It's either top prospect or bust. That's the problem. So you try and have these conversations like
it's like running your head through a wall.
Yeah.
Now, as far as they thought that was bad enough, the next day we got Wilson Contreras and trade rumors. Then you got Jed saying no, that's fictional.
I mean, we need somebody to catch.
Amaya.
Is he ready though?
I think they signed another one. Maybe.
Yeah, we have Amaya, then we signed another international prospect. Then just
remember,
like our manager could always catch as well if needed.
Yeah, I mean.
Who's in our rotation right now? It's just Hendricks, Mills, and Alazoy, right?
Hendricks, Mills, Alazoy, probably Marquez
will probably
started the season. Lester's a free agent. Chatwood's a free agent. Quintana's a free agent.
Darvish is gone.
Whatever happens, happens. I really don't care.
I mean, I don't know.
As far as what you want to do as a Cubs base, you don't want to get stuck between the retool.
Yeah, you either blow it up or you go all in.
Right now, I wouldn't be mad if we traded Baez, Bryant, Rizzo, Kimbrel.
I mean, Kimbrel's probably gone. He's got 1 year left on his contract, so
we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
According to Scott Boras, the Cubs have big plans for KB. And I hate
probably
that,
a trade to the Nationals.
That's not big. Oh, the Nationals made a big trade too to protect Juan Soto. They traded first baseman from the Pirates, Josh Bell.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. I don't know. It's just
The only saving grace, if you want to stop the NL West from winning another World Series, is this is my PSA. People are not gonna like it if they're in the hunt for this pitcher this offseason.
our boy Bauer.
Who is represented by Rachel Loeb. I'm pretty sure it's his girlfriend.
I don't know. No, I don't think so. I don't know. Anyway, whatever.
I think it is. Trevor Bauer has to sign with the New York Metropolitans, the Mets.
Yes.
If everybody wants to stop that out west.
And your boy gorgeous George Springer.
If Springer goes there, that's just a cherry on top. But Bauer's looking for. He wants 30,
He
40 million a year.
He fooled us. He's like, no, I signed 1 year deal. That's cool.
But I think when you have it, he wanted to, but then when he sits down and looks at his market, his actual true value, which he probably has been this offseason, he's like, dude, I just need to get paid.
So here's
he deserves to get paid.
And here's my thing too. My baseball expertise says that Springer and Bauer go to the Mets, but my heart says that they go up north to Toronto.
I think Springer will, not both.
Huh?
Not both. Springer will. Maybe.
But what do they need more of? Toronto. Would they? I think they
need more
Bauer.
pitching.
They need more Bauer. I think. Yeah.
But the Mets, if they sign Bauer, their new owner, Stephen Cohen.
He's the
Steve Ballmer of the MLB.
I love that man.
He will sign Bauer to what he wants, and he will give Springer what he rightfully deserves.
I think he will cut 2 blank checks and say, "What's the number?"
He doesn't care.
He'll tell you what's the number.
He wants to be the best in New York over my boy Steinbrenner and Cashman and the Yankees. They're a mess too. Sorry, Yankees fans.
No, all of a sudden the Yankees don't have money for DJ LeMahieu, who is their best player in the past
that's
2 years.
another one. If he goes to the Mets,
they're in the hunt too.
Or if he goes to Toronto and the Mets are big players.
What if they get the Holy Trinity of free
I don't
agents?
think that's physically impossible. I mean, there's only one man, and that's Stephen Cohen. If he gets
He will
all
cut
3
3 blank checks.
if he gets all 3, they should erect a statue. I don't care if they don't win a World Series. They probably will. You add Springer and LeMahieu, which this is very fantasy with him.
I mean, this is like salary cap off right here in GMO, but that's fine.
You add them. You already have Pete Alonso, Jeff McNeil. You have some nice pieces.
Yeah, Stroman.
You get to the pitching now.
This is disgusting.
You face them in a best of 3. You get DeGrom, the best pitcher in baseball.
Bauer.
Stroman. Syndergaard if necessary. You go to a best of 7. They roll out DeGrom, Stroman, Bauer. If Syndergaard even returns to half a Thor.
And that's your 4, 5?
4? What's your 5? Steven Matz?
It's fine.
You don't need him. You need 4 in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Steven Matz becomes an 8-game winner, and for you that's another 8 games added to your record. Then you got the rest. Come on now.
All right, so instead of winning, 92 games, you win 100.
They're disgusting.
Yeah.
That pitching staff will easily be the greatest pitching staff we will ever see in our lifetime. That will be better than the Braves.
Than the 90s Braves?
100%. Stroman.
I mean, different
DeGrom,
eras,
Bauer, Syndergaard. That's it. Come on now.
Different eras, but sure. No, it's.
Or if Bauer doesn't go there and he goes to the Nationals, Strasburg, Corbin, Scherzer, Bauer, that's 30. They got Josh Bell, boom, protecting Soto in the lineup.
True.
Everybody talks about them losing Giolito to the goddamn White Sox for Ian. Don't matter when you added that in. Don't matter.
I mean, I just find it hilarious the year after they let Bryce Harper walk in free agency, they won the World Series.
Another man that's full of crap. They signed Patrick Corbin. I knew they were going to win the World Series, and I was saying, I'll come back and say, no, you were. You took the money and you ran in Philly.
The Phillies are a mess. They didn't even sign TJ Realmuto yet.
You know who their president is now?
Dombrowski.
Dave Dombrowski.
That's wild.
Red Sox, another thing with... this is why I was also Prowler-Palooza. They signed the best Korean hitter.
Oh, yes, he says the shortstop.
Infielder, but yeah, shortstop. Maybe Matsui's cousin. I don't even know his name, but he's a stud. They signed him. That's why Monday was National Prowler-Palooza.
I mean, they won the trade deadline this past season.
Absolutely.
They're winning the offseason.
I don't know what else they could do. They can't get Bauer.
I mean,
They can't get Bauer. They just took him out of the Bauer race, so don't worry there.
I mean, honestly,
they don't need LeMahieu. Maybe Springer.
I would just bring James Shields back just for poops and giggles.
God.
All right, so yeah, I mean, should we just end it with the NBA now?
Brother Palooza. Cubs rebuild. Don't get stuck. That's all I gotta say.
It is. Yeah,
Hire me as your GM, please.
Yeah, Cubs are rebuilding. Don't get it twisted. It is what it is. I mean,
the trade wasn't as awful. The thing that adds the cherry on top is that we are sending money back.
Even though our owner claims that
we don't have money.
But I mean, we're Cubs fans. We suffered for many years. Another 4 or 5 won't hurt. So
I don't think it'll be 4 or 5.
We'll get through it together. Basically, you just gotta pray that my brother becomes an adult and he just takes over the GM role. And we'll be
already an adult. At 7.
I apologize. All right. Last but not least, let's end it with the National Basketball Association, who ultimately has the best commissioner, Adam Silver. He sent me an email today thanking me for my support being a lifelong basketball fan.
Congratulations.
Should we talk about the Bulls?
They won a game before the end of the new year.
Played
the Wizards today at 4.
Played the Wizards, yeah.
Probably win another game. Wizards will go 1-5.
I mean, Bulls, let's be honest. The first 2 games, disgusting.
But improvements every game now.
And that's what you got to look for with this team. Like, I was optimistic. I thought we were going to make the playoffs this year. Probably not. But I think we got to see truly what we have this year as a team. Like, obviously, we know what Zach LaVine is. We got to see what Lowry really is. I mean, he's been balling out.
Declined his option. He'll be restricted.
And that's smart, though, because we're not saying goodbye. We're just saying prove it to us. Because, again, we really don't know what we have with him. And
especially when we had the thumb as the coach.
Yeah, when you had Jim Boylan as your coach, who basically handicapped his abilities to showcase what he really is as a player. So like I said, yeah, we declined his 5th year his option. Doesn't mean we're not going to re-sign him. It's just basically a prove it year. And like I said, he's been balling out.
Player Wendell's balling.
Yeah, Wendell Carter Jr. shooting threes now. That's the problem. I'm sorry. Did he look this lost at Duke?
No, he was a stud at Duke.
He was a stud at Duke, right?
With Bagley, though?
But that's the problem. You play with RJ.
No,
did he play with RJ? Or no, he played with Bagley. Yeah,
he played with Bagley, Gary Trent Jr., Grayson Allen.
He played with
Duval. No. Okafor was 2015. Won Cincinnati with.
Oh, yeah.
That was like first year, like Grayson Allen burst down the March Madness.
First year tripping ski.
Tyus Jones hit a big
there.
3. Iconic moment. We beat Wisconsin. Frank Kaminsky, Sam Decker. Yeah.
Congratulations on committing to Duke, by the way.
Oh, yeah. All Christmas gifts. Duke. Even though I said I'll take some Duke here, like whatever, and I prefer some Nike. I open.
It's all Duke.
It's like I'm.
You're welcome.
It's like I'm the water boy for Duke now.
Nice, man. Nice.
I'm staying on the bench with Coach K and Shire.
Nice.
But to get back to the NBA, the Bulls, we'll see what happens. I mean, season's still young, but you got to remember they're playing 72 games to get back onto the regular schedule.
Yeah, the regular cycle of 82 next year. But I don't know. I mean, it's just weird year. I mean, the Hawks and Orlando are the only undefeated teams.
Hawks lost. Orlando's the last undefeated team.
It's wild.
KD and Kyrie are looking nice in Brooklyn.
Yeah, especially in 2K2 if you need a team. But obviously, you probably already knew that.
They're looking nice in Brooklyn, even though they lost Dinwiddie with a partially torn ACL. They got so much.
They go 11 deep though, so now they're just 10 deep. It's just wild. Like, Karis LeVert can easily be 6-man, nonetheless start for any other NBA
He's
franchise.
starting like 80% of the teams, I feel.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I said, this is going to be another weird year. We just
Bucks
got to suck it up.
Broke the 3-point record, but then they lost last night to Miami. I don't know. Yanni signed the max extension.
Loyalty
in the game.
Now go ahead and build a championship caliber around him.
I mean, Bogdan should have been a Buck, but now he's an Atlanta Hawk.
I don't want to. I mean, whatever. It is what it is.
He's a bum. Drew Holiday looking nice. Drew Holiday was a good addition.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, we just shouldn't be surprised, given the schedule and the circumstances. Like, you see these weird stats of, like, teams like Atlanta and Orlando are undefeated, and I don't know. Like I said, it's going to be another weird year. Obviously, it is New Year's Eve, so that means that in a few hours, this pandemic year, this just cluster of a year will be over, and
we look for a brighter 2021 with fans back in stadiums cheering for the ones they love to support in the city. Other sports teams.
But listen, it's gonna be hard the first couple months. January, February, March. We know those are
vaccines out if you want it.
Yes, the vaccine is out. Obviously, I mean we're kind of low on the totem pole anyway, so
I don't care. I'm still not thinking about it.
That's fine. Do whatever you want to do.
I don't trust it. I'm not even getting into that. If people want to, they can hit my DMs.
It's a free country. If you want to take the vaccine, take the vaccine.
That's the best part. Could be in a dictatorship where they are forcing us to take it.
That being said, listen, January, February is going to be hard.
Just remember, January's not over until January 5th.
Oh my God. Can I bring it home? Can I bring it home?
Yeah, if you want.
All right, like our boy Joey Coco Diaz said, listen, pick yourself up, dust the cobwebs off. Listen, January is going to be hard. I mean, don't think just because a new year's coming, everything's going to go back to normal. January is going to be hard. February is going to be hard. March is going to be hard. We can't freak out coming the 1 year anniversary, but I feel like by summertime, hopefully, things will kind of, get back to normal. Like we said, this vaccine is out, so hopefully,
Take as you will with that, but that's the best part of this country. You don't have to if you don't want to.
There you go. And then again, we're probably low on the totem pole because, we're not essential.
Even if I was essential, I'm healthy.
I mean, you're young and healthy, sprout.
Damn right I am. Probably already have the antibodies. I'm just built different, genetically modified.
Oh my
God. I'm a GMO.
Nice. I got the $6 million man as my brother. Awesome.
Maybe 10 million. I think I'd be, in my net worth alone, I think I should be worth 4 billion maybe. I'm probably like Bezos around, maybe with Elon. My boys out there.
You want to give a shout out to Duff Economics?
No, not at all.
That being said, hope everybody has a happy new year and enjoyed our year-end in review. Where can they find us?
Oh, to subscribe to the official YouTube channel of the Katzzbros Podcast and to follow the official Instagram page of the Katzzbros Podcast. Thank you.
Peace out, everybody.